Live breaking news from your news channel.
Good afternoon. I'm Scott Hennessy. Beth Farnsworth is off today. We begin with breaking news. The mountain fire has exploded in size in Ventura County, growing to more than 10,000 acres in a matter of hours. All day, the fire has torn through neighborhoods, burning homes to the ground. It started near Moorpark and has burned west to Camarillo. There are reports of several injuries, as some people had very little time to get out of harm's way. Several homes burned in Camarillo Heights and Spanish Hills as we now take a live look at the fire. An evacuation center is set up at Padre Serra Parish on Upland Road in Camarillo. Here's a look at the evacuation orders and warnings in place as we first take a more bird's eye view, and we can see the widespread smoke across Ventura County right now. This fire having devastating impacts. The orders are outlined in purple for evacuations. The warnings are in orange. People have been told to leave their homes and neighborhoods in Camarillo, Somis, Satacoy, and Moorpark. An evacuation warning is in place for the east end of the city of Ventura, from Pettit Road east to the city limits. You can find this map on vcemergency.com. This map shows where the fire is most active based on satellite data. The yellow outline is where the fire has been mapped so far. The red, orange, and yellow blocks show where satellites are picking up heat signatures and hotspots. The red areas are where the heat is most intense. The orange dots show structures in the area. You can see the fire burning into Camarillo and Moorpark and moving closer to neighborhoods in western Ventura County. All right, the winds are intense. Let's get the latest on that from Mackenzie Lake in the First Alert Weather Center. Mackenzie.
Yes, let's absolutely talk about our current conditions, because winds are going to play a huge role in this fire consumption and, of course, this fire growth. It is a pretty wind-prone fire here and wind-driven fire as well. Take a look there. We have those north and northeasterly winds, those very intense Santa Anas, 20 miles an hour sustained in Ventura, 22 miles an hour there in Oxnard, 17 miles an hour in Camarillo. So winds are not our only concern. Take a look at how dry the entire southern half of our region is. We're down to the single digits as far as humidity. Even here in Santa Barbara, it's a dry afternoon on tap for us. We've been tracking these Santa Ana wind events for the last couple of days here, and we're going to be tracking those winds into Thursday. So I'll have a look at our full weather forecast. We'll map out these Santa Ana winds in just a few minutes, but for now, back to you, Scott.
Mackenzie, thank you. We now want to go live to a news conference with the very latest information on this mountain fire.
Accurate number, and we have not put our damage inspection teams into the field due to the unsafe conditions. We expect to have an accurate count or a beginning of a count tomorrow for the number of damaged and destroyed structures. We're going to go through an operational briefing from our ops chief. We're then talk about weather and fire behavior. We're going to you'll get a chance to listen to our leadership, and then we'll open up from questions and answers. With that, let's hear from operations.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Trevor Johnson, captain with the Ventura County Fire Department, current operations section chief here on the mountain fire. Ventura County Fire Department resources and other partners in the operational area were called out to a brush fire north of Highway 118 between the communities of Somis and Moorpark this morning. Upon initial arrival of the incident, fire was well established and impacted by the Santa Ana wind event that we're currently undergoing in Southern California. Upon arrival, the fire is burning in various fuel types, including agricultural and various brush and grasses that we have in our county. Resources that arrived on scene initially were faced with a tough firefight. Crews immediately went into structure protection, property conservation, any type of suppression, and immediate life safety. Firefighters were right off the bat engaged in pulling people out of their houses and saving lives. Throughout the day, the fire has continued to be impacted by those ripe fuels and the wind continuing to the southwest, affecting the communities of Somis. Unfortunately, the fire did hop to the south side of 118, becoming established in a fuel bed there north of the city of Camarillo. Fire has impacted that whole area north of Camarillo proper there in the Camarillo Heights area. It's continuing to run to the southwest there towards the Highway 101 corridor in the Central Avenue area. As it kind of progresses to the west, we have confidence in stopping the southwestern part of the fire. Resources are actively engaged right now in life safety and property conservation throughout the incident. Working north, the Wells area, Santa Clara and the 118 corridor, fire continues to move west there. fought fire in that ground before. The right people are in place, and our firefighters are doing nothing short of heroic out there right now across the incident. We do have fire now established north of South Mountain, well visible, and down into the Santa Clara River bottom, which runs south of the community of Santa Paula. Firefighters are in there actively engaged, crews, dozers, engines. We've called every available resource to the incident. We're working with our partners to bring quick resolve to this incident, but this is a tough firefight by no means. We have the best people out there doing a great job right now, utilizing all the technology and stuff we have at our fingertips, but that's your current operational update for the mountain incident. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Jeff Shea, Ventura County Fire Department Division Chief and the current incident commander for the mountain incident. With a quick weather update, again, as we have seen, we're in red flag conditions. Anticipate these conditions to continue now through at least sundown tomorrow here in Ventura County. What that means is critically low relative humidity. The amount of moisture in the air is less than 10%, which is critical for us and for fire behavior, and the sustained Santa Ana winds or the northeast winds here, which have pushed the mountain incident as Captain Johnson described. Again, 20 to 40 with gusts to 60 and as high as 80 miles an hour, and we anticipate those conditions to continue until tomorrow night at about 6 o'clock.
Good afternoon, Sheriff Jim Freihoff. We are in unified command with our Ventura County Fire partner. I'm very fortunate to have a positive relationship with our fire department here in Ventura County. My thoughts and prayers are with the families that are affected by this fire. I'm thankful to be supported by our elected officials here today as well. If you are wondering what our evacuations are, road closures, please visit vcemergency.com. And if you're wanting to get updates sent to you, please sign up on VC Alert. If you have any animals that need shelter, large animals will go to the Ventura County Fairgrounds. Small animals will be at the Camarillo Pet Shelter near the Camarillo Airport. We're providing information to the public as soon as we receive it on our social media platforms. You can follow it at #MountainFire. Our goal as law enforcement, much like fire, is preserving life and preserving structures. We have made over 14,000 contacts to evacuate people within the community. Please continue to stay out of the area unless you absolutely need to be here. Please stay away. Again, if you've missed anything that I've just said, please refer to vcemergency.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. Dustin Gardner, Fire Chief, Ventura County Fire Department. I'll wrap this up. Keep it simple. This is a classic Santa Ana wind event. We've got sustained winds more than 50 miles an hour with gusts over 80. Every firefighter in the region, all of our partners from Los Angeles City, Los Angeles County, Orange County, Kern County, Santa Barbara County, our partners at CAL FIRE, our partners in the sheriff, every law enforcement agency available, every helicopter, every fixed wing aircraft, everything we've been able to get a hold of is here fighting this fire. And it is moving at a dangerous rate of spread. This fire has spotted more than 2.5 miles out in front of itself. Bushes are burning, grass is burning, hedgerows are burning, agricultural fields are burning, and structures are burning. This fire is moving dangerously fast. If you're from the region and you know Southern California weather, you know how dangerous these fires are. When you get in.
Okay, that's the latest from Ventura County first responders and incident commanders at the mountain fire. Widespread damage across multiple cities, fueled by dry conditions and heavy, fierce winds up to 60-mile-per-hour gusts, even higher than that at times. You heard the sheriff saying they've made contact with 14,000 households for evacuations. It's burned over 10,000 acres. No number right now in terms of the number of structures that have been affected, but it is a big number from what we can see just in our aerial video from our coverage in the helicopters up above. We're going to move on now to politics.